Hey guys, there is another exercise, BZMT34. It is based on data interpretation again. Let's look at the first set of questions. This says, study the graph carefully to answer the questions that follow. Following graph gives the profit in rupee crores earned by a company over the years. Alright, so it is profits given in crores by a company. This is 0, 10, 20, 30. The values are already given, right? 30, 15, 45, 50, 60 and 55 over the years from 2000 to 2005. This is a very simple bar graph that is given. Even the values also are already mentioned. So we don't have to guess from our side. Okay, now let's take some questions on this. The first question, it says the expenditure of the company in the year 2001 was rupees 45 crores. So expenditure is given, that is 45 crores. What was the income? Now, we know that profit is equal to income minus expenditure, right? In this question, if you look at the graph gives you the values of profit. We have to look for the year 2001. So year 2001, it is 15 crore profit. So in place of profit, we write 15 is equal to income minus expenditure is given 45 crores. So from here, very clearly we see that the income is equal to 15 plus 45, that is 60 crores, right? So this was a very simple question, that is option C is the correct answer. Now the next one. This one says, what is the approximate percentage profit of the year 2004 if the income of the company was rupees 136 crores? Now it says percentage profit. If you remember, profit percentage is equal to profit value divided by cost. In this case, cost would be the expenditure, all right, into 100, right? Now here in this question, say the income of the company is 136 crores, right? Now we know that the profit is equal to income minus expenditure, right? Now profit in 2004, if you look at this 2004, profit is 60 crores. So 60 is equal to income is given 136 crores, minus the expenditure. So from here we can calculate expenditure is equal to 136 minus 60, that is equal to 76 crores, right? And profit is 60 crores. So that means the profit percentage will be equal to profit value is 60 crores divided by the expenditure, that is 76 crores. So 60 upon 76 into 100. Alright, so if you simplify, it will come out to be 4 cancels 60 15 times and 76 19 times. So it is 15 by 19 into 100. We know that 1 by 19 is 5.26%. Alright, so that means 15 by 19 will be 15 into 5.26%. Just simplify properly. Okay, this is 5.26%. So it is 75 plus 30, that is 78. And 15 6 is 90, so almost 79%, right? 78.9% or 79%. So look at the options. The first option is the correct answer. So this was a direct, simple question. Now the next one. The third question says the income of the company in the year 2000 was rupees 50 crores and the income of the company in the year 2003 was 95 crores. What is the respective ratio of expenditure of the company in the year 2000 to the expenditure of the company in the year 2003? So basically we have to find expenditures. Alright. So let's take first 2000. In 2000, the profit value is 30 crores, right? And income is 50 crores, right? So expenditure will be clearly equal to income minus profit. Income minus profit. We know that the profit is calculated as income minus expenditure. Income minus expenditure. So here we can calculate expenditure as income minus profit. So in 2000, income is 50 crores, profit is 30 crores. 50 minus 30 is 20 crores, right? Then the other one is 2003. In 2003, the income is given 95 crores, right? And 2003, the profit is 50 crores. So expenditure will be equal to income minus profit. Okay, income here is given 95 crores minus profit is 50 crores. 95 minus 50 is 45 crores, right? So question is the ratio of the expenditures in 2000 and 2003, right? So required ratio is equal to 20 is to 45. So they both are cancelled by 5. 25 it gives 4 times and 45 9 times. So the required ratio is 4 is to 9. Look at the options. It is the B option. Second option is the correct answer. Okay. Now the next one. Now this question says, in which year the percentage increase decrease in profit the highest from that of the previous year? All right, so now we are talking about percentage change, right? Percentage change. Now let's see. I think just by looking at the graph, you can see we have done it earlier in earlier exercises also. Wherever there is a huge change with respect to the previous year value, that will be the highest percentage change. See, for the percentage change to be high, the initial value has to be small, right? Initial small, okay, and the difference high. So if you understand this, then just by looking at the situation from 2001 to 2002, the change is almost this much, and this is the base value. So clearly it is almost more than 200% or around 200% increase. So clearly the answer will be 2002, right? But suppose we have to do it properly. So let's calculate the percentage change. How do we calculate it? Percentage change is equal to final minus initial upon initial into 100. Right now 2000 we cannot start because 99 value is not given. We'll start from 2001. So 2001, the net change will be 15 minus 30 divided by the previous year value 30 into 100, and that comes out to be 15 by 30 minus 1 by 2, that is minus 50%. So what it means is in 2001 it has decreased by 50%. All right, good. Now in 2002, what happens in 2002? See, from 15 to 45. So the percentage change will be straight away equal to 45 minus 15 divided by 15 into 100, right? Now 45 minus 15 is 30, 30 by 15 is 2, so 2 into 100 is 200%, all right? Then the next one is 2003. What happens in 2003? It is 45 to 50. 45 to 50, the change is 5 divided by 45 into 100. 1 by 9 is 11.11%. So what we are doing is we are calculating percentage change in all the years with respect to the previous year. In 2004, it is going from 50 to 60. So increment of 10 on 50. Difference is 10, 60 minus 50. So 10 upon 50 into 100, 1 by 5, that is 20%. Right? And finally, in 2005, it is going from 60 to 55. So there is a decrease. So it is minus 5 divided by 60 into 100. Now 1 by 12, if 5 cancels 60 12 times, 1 by 12 is minus 8.33%. Right? Question has to include both increase or decrease, right? But in any case, if you look at the percentage value, 200% is the highest among them, which is happening in 2002. So the answer of this question is 2002, which we could have done just by looking at the graph also, right? Now the next one. Now this one is a simple normal question. What is the average profit earned by the company over the years? Now how do we calculate average? We simply calculate the total sum divided by the number. Here the total sum will be the sum of these profit values, right? So add them. It is 30 plus 15 plus 45 plus 50 plus 60 plus 55. And how many values are there? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So divide by 6. Right, so simple division will give you the answer. Now 30 plus 15 is 45, 45, 90 and 50. It is 140 and 60, 200, 255 divided by 6. So this comes out to be 42.5 crores. Right, so the average profit is 42.5 crore rupees, which is C option in this case. Okay, now let's go to the next set of data. Now this next set of data, this says study the following graph carefully and answer the questions accordingly. This also is a bar graph, it's a multiple bar graph. Following graph shows the sales of computers by two companies, X and Y, over the years. Here are the years, 99, 2000, 2001, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The darker box is for X and the lighter one is for Y. So for example, and the best part, the values are already given, so you don't have to guess anything. Right? So for example, if I ask in 2002, what is the sale of computers in 1000, all right, in 1000 for company X. So it is 40,000 computers sold by company X. Similarly, 45,000 computers sold by Y. Let's say in 2004, how many computers did Y sell? So it would be like 55,000 computers. Let's say in 2000, how many computers were sold by X? So look at this, it is 30,000 computers sold by X in 2000, right? Now let's take up the questions on the basis of this. Now this first question, it says what is the average sale of computers by company Y, right? Now the minimum sale of Y would be like 20,000. I can see 20,000, 40,000, 30. All these values are in thousands, right? 30,000, 45,000, 60,000, 55,000, 65,000. Now these are the values of a number of computers sold by company Y, right? So the minimum value here I can see is 20,000. So the average has to be Average has to be greater than the minimum value, that is 20,000. Here if you look at the options, 2,000, 4,000, 35,000, 3,500, 4,500, none of them are above 20,000. So that means the answer is straight away none of these, right? Very clearly, without any calculation. Now suppose if I have to do the calculation, then how do we do it? Let's see. First value is 20,000, so I'll write 20, then plus second year is 40, then 30, then 45, then 60, then 55, then 65, and all are in 1000, so multiply by 1000 and divide by the number of values. The number of values will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the proper method, right? Now if you add them, 20 plus 40 is 60 plus 30, 90, 90 plus 60 is 150, 150 and 100, 55 plus 45 is 100, so 250 and 65, that is 315 divided by 7 into 100. So divide carefully. This gives us 7 4s are 28 and 45. So it is 45,000, right? So 45,000 computers is the answer of this question, right? So be careful. It is not 4,500, it is 45,000. And this we could have answered without any calculation also, because all these values are less than 20,000. Okay, and here minimum value is 20,000, so answer has to be more than 20,000, that is, and calculation shows that it is 45,000. All right, so answer in this case none of these. Okay, now the next one. Now this question says, in how many of the following years the sales of company X is below the average? All right, so first you find the average of X. So average of X will be in the same process that we did for the previous question. Add all the values of X. So it is 34 plus 30 plus 50 plus 40 plus 50 plus 90 plus 70, right? Add all of them, multiply by 1000 because they are all in thousands, divide by the number of values 7. So first you calculate the simple average of these numbers. Okay, add carefully. So 3 plus 5 8 plus 4 12 plus 5 17. 3 plus 5 8 plus 4 12 plus 5 17 and 9 26 and 7 33. So it is 330, 364. So 364 into 1000 divided by 7, right? Divide carefully, it will be 7 5s are 35, so it is 52,000. So the average is 52,000, all right? And the question is which of the years it is below the average. So below 52,000, if you see 1999 is 34, yes, it is below 52,000. Second year 30, yes. Third year 50, yes. 40, yes. 50, yes. But 90 and 70 are not below 52,000. All right, they are not below 52,000. So how many years are there? 1, 99, 2002, 3, 4, 5. So 5 years. Right, so the answer of the question will be B option, because the question is asking how many of the following years the sales of company X is below the average. All right, now let's take up the next question. Now this one is a very simple question. It says the sales of company Y in 2005 was the same as that of sales of which of the following years of following pairs of years. All right, so for Y 2005, so 2005 Y, that is 65. All right, now 65,000. Now check which 2 years add up to 65. Okay, say for example, if you see, I think just by inspecting it properly, you will get it. The 99 value is 20, right? And 2002 value is 45. So 20 plus 45 is 65. Is there any other pair which adds up to 65? Let's see. 20 and 40, no. 40 and 30 is 70. 30 and 60 is 90. 40, 60, 100. I don't see if there is any other pair. That means only one pair, and that is 99. All right, and 2002. So 99 and 2002, that is D option is the correct answers. Okay, now the next one. Now this question says, in how many of the following years was the ratio between sales of X and Y less than 1? Right, we want X upon Y less than 1. Now for X by Y to be less than 1, X has to be less than Y. So wherever the bar of X is below Y, that will be the answer. So count it. In 1999, X is higher. 2000, X is lower, right? So this will be our answer. 2001, X is higher. 2002, X is lower. 2003, X is lower. 2004, X is higher. 2005, X is higher. So there are 1, 2 and 3 years in which X is lower. That means the ratio of X and Y will be less than 1. So 3 years will be the answer. That is D option. That is 2000, 2002 and 2003. In these years, X is less than Y. So X upon Y will be less than 1. Okay. Now the next one. This question says the sales of a company Y in 2000 is what percent of the sales of company X in 2003. So what we have to find is the required percentage is equal to Y in 2000 divided by X in 2003 into 100. This is what the question is asking, right? Now Y in 2000 is 40 divided by X in 2003. So see, X in 2003 is 50, right? So 40 divided by 50 into 100. A simple question. 50 cancels 100 two times. 40 into 2 is 80%. That is B option is the correct answer. Okay. Now let's take up the next set of data. Now this set, it says study the following table carefully to answer these questions. The information given is saying following table gives the number of toys in thousands. All right. Number of toys in thousands. Manufactured, that is M, and defective, that is D, by 5 units of a company over the years. All right. So randomly, let's say in 2004, what is the number of manufactured units by unit 3? So in 2004, number of manufactured units will be 58,000. And out of them, how many are defective? So it is 15. All right. So 15,000. This is how we have to see. Say, for example, if I ask what is the total total number of manufactured toys in 2002. So what will you do? You will add all the manufactured value in 2002, like 62, 42, 72, 56, and 45. If I ask what is the total number of defective items in 2007, so what will you do? Just add all the defective items and take 1000 times of that. All right. So this is the basic understanding of the data. Now let's take up some questions on this. Now the first question on this data, it says what is the approximate average number of defective toys from unit 3 for the given years. All right. So unit 3 defective toys are these. Just take the simple average of all these values. So it is 34 plus, so let's add them here only. So it is 4 plus 2, 6 plus 5, 11 and 1, 12 and 1, 13 and 2, 15. So 5 here, right? 4 and 2, 6 and 5, 11, 12, 13, 15, 5, 1 carry. 3 and 1, 4. 4 and 2, 6, 6 and 1, 7, 7 and 2, 9 and 2, 11 and 1, 12. I repeat, 3 and 1, 4 and 2, 6 and 1, 7 and 2, 9 and 2, 11 and 1, 12, right? So this is 125 is the total value. So the required average value will be 125, and this is in thousands. So 125 into 1000 divided by how many years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So divide by 6. So it is 125,000 divided by 6. So if you divide simply, it will come out to be, let's say approximately, if I cancel by 2, it will be 3 times. So if I cancel this by 2, it is 500. So in fact, let's write one more step. It is 62,500 divided by 3, right? So it is approximately equal to 20,833, right? So here the question is asking approximate. So look at the options. The correct option will be 20,800. That is the answer of this question. Okay. Now the next one. Now this one says what is the ratio between the total number of toys manufactured by unit 3 and to that of unit 5 for all these years together. Right. So total number manufactured will be this one. Right, this is manufactured of unit 3 and this is for unit 5. Let's add all the values carefully. So for unit 3, the total sum will be 2 plus 9, 11 and 8, 19 and 7, 26 plus 2, 28 plus 8, 36, 3 carry, 3 and 7, 10 plus 4, 14 plus 5, 19 plus 6, 25 plus 7, 32 plus 4, 36. So 366 is the total value. Similarly, for unit 5, total number of manufactured units will be 5 plus 6, 11 plus 3, 14 plus 8, 22 plus 8, 30 plus 4, 34, 3 carry, 3 plus 4, 7 plus 5, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 5, 24 and 6, 30. So it is 304. So the required ratio, what is asking the question, is equal to 366 divided by 304. Right? So cancel as much as possible. So I think if you divide by 2, it comes out to be 183 in numerator and 152 in denominator. All right. So I think it is 183 is to 152. Look at the options. Is there any option like this? Yes, it is the D option. That is the correct answer. Okay. Now the next one. Now this question says during which year was the percentage decrease in the defective toys from the previous year, the lowest for unit 4. So this is unit 4. right? And this is the defective units for unit 4. Now 2001 data is not there, so we'll start from 2003, not from 2002, because 2002 cannot be compared. So 2003 we have to compare, we start from here. So we have to find percentage changes, all right? So for 2002 it is straight away equal to, now we know percentage change is equal to final minus initial divided by initial into 100. For 2002 we can't say because 2001 is not mentioned. All right. For 2003, it will be the value of 2003, that is 24, minus the value of 2002, that is 20, divided by 20 into 100. Now 24 minus 20 is 4 by 20. 4 by 20 is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is 20%. So it is for 2003, it is 20% increase, right? Positive. Let's do it fast. For 2004. For 2004 it will be, let's see, from 24 to 20, so it is minus 4 upon 24 into 100. That is minus 1 upon 6, that is minus 16.66%. And this is a decrease. Let's say for 2005. For 2005 it will be from 20 to 16, so it is from 20 to 16, so it is minus 4 divided by 20 into 100, which is equal to minus 1 by 5, that is minus 20%. So in 2005 also there is a decrease. Let's say for 2006. What is happening in 2006? It is going from 16 to 17. So there is an increment of 1 over 16 into 100. Now 1 by 16 is 6.25% and is plus. So there is an increment in 2006. What about 2007? Let's see. 2007 it is going from 17 to 14. So there is a decrease. So minus 3 upon 17 into 100. 1 by 17 is almost 6%. So it is almost 18%. Now what is the question asking? The question is asking which year the percentage increase decrease is lowest, right? So we don't have to look at the sign positive negative, we have to look at the value. So 20, 16.66, 20, 6.25 and 18. Very clearly 6.25 is the lowest value, and that is for 2006. So the answer will be first option, that is 2006. All right, you have to be a little careful here. You have to calculate because the values are very close. You have to calculate the percentages in all cases. Okay. Now let's take up the next question. Now the next one is a very interesting question. It says, during which year the largest percentage of toys were defective out of the toys manufactured by unit 5? So we talk only for unit 5. All right. And what do we have to do? For every year we have to calculate defective upon manufactured into 100. This is what we have to calculate. The percentage, defect percentage is equal to defective upon manufactured into 100, right? Now let's see. For unit 5, and this is the set of data. Okay, so straight away one by one, let's say for 2002, it is 16 upon 45 into 100. So simplify, normally 5 cancels 100, 20 times, 5 cancels 45, 9 times. So it is 320 upon 9. Divide carefully, it will come out to be 9 3s are 27. And then 50, so 9 5s are plus 35.55%, right? This is the first one, that is 2002. Now 2003, this is 2002, then 2003. It is 12 out of 56, so it is 12 divided by 56 into 100, right? So 4 cancels 12 3 times and 56 14 times, right? So it is 100 again, 2 cancels 50 times and 2 cancels 14 7 times. So it is 150 divided by 7, which is approximately equal to, if you calculate, 147, so 21.4%, right? Similarly, let's say for 2004 it is 11 out of 33, 11 out of 33 into 100, straight away one third is 33.33%. okay. Then similarly for 2005, right, for 2005 it will be 15 out of 58, okay. So it is 15 divided by 58 into 100. Again, do the normal careful calculation. It will be let's say if it is 15, so divide by 2, it is 50, and divide by 2, it is 29. So 15 5s are 750, divide by 29, right? If you divide normally, it will 29 3s is 87, so it is 20 times 580, that is 170, okay. 29 3s is 87, so 6, so almost it is 26%. All right, you can calculate exactly, but that doesn't matter much, nothing to worry too much about it. Then this next one, 2006, it is 10 out of 48 into 100, right? So 4 cancels 100 25 times, 4 cancels 48 12 times. Then 2 cancels 10 5 times, and 2 cancels 12 6 times. So this will come out to be 25 into 5 is 125 by 6. So this is almost 21%. Alright, and the last one here, I'll write it here, it is 2007. In 2007, it is 16 out of 64 into 100. Now straight away it is 1/4. 1/4 means 25%. Okay, so you can check which one has the largest percentage. So 35.55, 21.4, 33.33, 26, 21 and 25. I think very clearly 35.55 is the largest, that is in 2002. So the answer will be C option. Okay. See, if you can do these calculations mentally, it will be really fast. Otherwise, it is definitely going to take time. Okay. Now let's go to the next question. Now the next one says, in how many of the following years was the number of toys manufactured by unit 1 above the average number of toys manufactured over the years? Right. So first let's find the average of unit 1 manufactured, average of unit 1. Let's find the total sum. If you add them, 2 plus 8, 10, 14, 15, 22. So 2 carry forward. 6 and 2, 8 and 4, 12 and 5, 17 and 6, 23, 34. Right. Okay. So the average of unit 1 will be equal to 342 divided by, how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 values are there. So divide simply, it will be 57. Right. So the number of the average is 57 in thousands. Every value is in thousands. So if you miss 1000, doesn't matter. So 57 is the average of unit 1. Now let's see. The question is saying how many years we have above the average. Okay. So above the average, 62, yes. 48, no. 54, no. 61, yes. 75, yes. 42, no. So 1, 2 and 3 years, that is 2002, then 2005 and 2006. These are the years in which the manufacturing number of units is more than the average. Okay, so answer is B option, that is the 3 will be the answer. Okay, now the next set of data. Now this next set is again a pie chart, right? Study the pie chart carefully to answer the following question. The total number of passengers is 8500. That's already given. All right. And here the data is given, the breakup is given in terms of percentage. Very nice. Perfect. So the percentage values are given and the different trains are there. Train A, L, M, S, R, Q. All right. Let's take up the questions directly. This anyways is a very simple data. Okay. Now the first question says, what are the approximate average number of passengers in train S, M and L together? Train S, M and L together. Now let's do one thing. We know the total passengers is 8500. So we don't have to get in that directly. First let's take S, M and L. Train S, where is train S? S is 24%. All right. M, train M is 20% and L is 15%. First let's take the total of this and find the average. So the average of S, M and L in terms of percentage only will be equal to 24 plus 20 plus 15 divided by 3. Right? So this will be equal to 44, 54 and 559. So it is 59 by 3%. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to find the approximate number. So the number will be equal to, because the total is given as 8500. Total number of passengers is 8500. So see, straight away the number of people, average number of people will be equal to 59 by 3% of 8500. All right. So calculate carefully because the options are very close, right? 51, 71, 41, they're very close. So we'll have to do the proper calculation. Let's see. It is 59 upon 3 into 100 into 8500. Okay, so 0 and 0, 0 and 0 are cancelled. We will have 59 into 85 by 3. 59 into 85 by 3. Now there are various ways in which you can do the calculation. First, let's do one thing. Let's multiply 59 and 85 directly. Okay, that will give us, let's say 59 into 85, a normal multiplication. 5 9s are 45, 4 carry forward. 5 5s are 25 and 72. That is 97 and 4 101. So 10, 40 and 10 50. So it is 5015. This calculation method we have learnt in the quick calculation theory lectures. So it is 5015 divided by 3. Divide carefully. 16 3s is 4800. So 1600. Then 215. So 210, that would mean 70 and 1.66. So it is 1671.66. So if you look at the options without any approximation, we have done this. That means clearly the answer has to be 1671, D option. Okay, you have to be very careful for calculations. Okay, be very careful for calculations. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Now the question says, if in train R 34% of the passengers are females and 26% are children, then what is the number of males in the train? Here the question should have said non-children male, because children also may be like male or female, but once again for once we assume that we are talking about only the non-children male, then we can do that. So first of all, percentage of male in train R will be equal to total 100% minus 34% females, all right, 34% females and 26% children. 34 and 26 is 60, so it is 40%, right? So males in R is going to be 40% of R. Now R itself, where is R? R itself is 9%, 9% of total 8500, right? So here what we can see, it is 40% of R itself is 9% of 8500. All right. So this is the calculation. So 40% means 40 by 100 into 9% is 9 by 100 into 8500. Right. Do the calculation carefully. 2 zeros are directly cancelled. 5 cancels 85 17 times and 5 cancels 100 20 times. 20 cancels 40 2 times. So it is 2 9s are 18, 18 into 17. All right. It is 18 into 17. Okay, so 17 square is 289 plus 17, that is 306. So the answer of this question is 306, which is A option. Okay, now let's go to the next one. In this question, it says the number of passengers in train Q is approximately what percent of the total number of passengers in train A and train R. Here we don't need to get into the total actual values. That can, this calculation can be done with here with the help of these percentages itself. It says what we have to find is percentage that is equal to train Q, that is divided by total number of passengers in train A and train R. So simply A plus R. This is what we have to find. Now Q as a percentage of total is already given 19%. Alright, so it is 19 divided by A plus R. A is 13 and R is 9. So it is 13 plus 9 into 100. Right? See, because all of them are percentages of the total value. So the total value is not required. We can directly do it. 19 divided by 22 into 100. So 2 cancels 150 times. 2 cancels 22 11 times. 19 5 is 95. So it is 950 divided by 11. Cancel it properly. It is 11 8 is 88. Alright. 11 8 is 88. So 70. So it is 6 times. And then 4 by 11 is 36. So 86.36%. Okay. So if you look at the options very clearly without any approximation, E option is the correct answer. Okay. Now let's take up the next one. Now this one is again a very simple question. Which train has the highest number of percentage? Very clearly the train which has highest percentage will also have the highest number, right? Because percentage is on the same value. Okay. So look at the situation here. Q is 19, R is 9 smaller, 13 smaller, train L is 15 smaller. Now 19 is smaller than 24, 20 is smaller than 24. So 24% is the highest. That is train S. So train S has the highest number. Simple question. Okay. Next one. Now this is based on percentage comparison. How many more percent number of passengers are there in train M as compared to number of passengers in train L, right? So percentage difference we have to calculate here, right? It is compared to train L. So in denominator we will have L and in numerator will be M minus L, right? Still we don't need the actual values. We'll be able to calculate from percentage itself. M is 20 and L, where is L? L is 15. So we'll straight away say the required percentage difference is equal to 20 minus 15 divided by L, that is 15 into 100. Now 20 minus 15 is 5, divide by 15 into 100. Now 5 by 15 is 1 by 3. 100 by 3 is 33.33%. Alright, so if you look at the options, it is the D option that is the correct answer. Alright, so this was a very beautiful, very simple set of questions. Now let's take up the next set of data. Now this set Look at this carefully. It says two different finance companies declare fixed annual rate of interest on the amounts invested with them by investor. The rate of interest offered by the companies may differ from year to year depending upon the variation of the company, economy, and the country and the bank's rate of interest. Perfect. The annual rate of interest offered by the two companies P and Q over the years is shown, right? So here all these values 7, 9, 9.5, 8, 7.5, they are all percentages, right? In fact, rate percentages. Okay, be careful. All these are rate percentages and these are the years. Red color is for company P and the blue color is for company Q. In fact, it's a red square and it's a rhombus, blue rhombus. All right. Now let's take up some questions on this. Now the first question of this series, question 21, it says the sum of 4.7 lakh was invested in company Q in 99 for 1 year. How much more interest would have been earned if the sum was invested in company P? All right. So if you look at 1999, what is the rate percentage on company P? On P, the rate of interest is equal to red one, that is 10%. All right. And on Q, you're talking about 1999. And company Q, the rate is equal to 8%. Right. Here the question is saying how much more could have been earned. That means we are talking about the difference of earning. Difference of earning very clearly. The rate difference is 2%. All right. So the difference of earning will be 2% of the principal amount of the sum. Now what is the sum? Sum is 4.75 lakh. So simply calculate 2%. So 2 by 100 into the sum, that is 4.75 lakh. Okay. So 2 into 4.75 will be, let's say it is 8, 9.5 upon 100. 9.5 upon 100 and lakh means 100,000. So two zeros are cancelled. Alright, so it is 9.5 into 1000. So it is 9,500 rupees and this would be the difference value. This is the question asking how much more you could have earned. See, in terms of percentage, you could have earned 2% more. 2% on what? 2% on the principal amount. Principal amount is 4.75 lakhs. So clearly D option 9,500 is the correct answer. Okay, now let's take up the next question. Now this question says if two different amounts in the ratio 8:9 are invested in the companies P and Q respectively in 2002, then the amounts received after 1 year as interests from the companies P and Q are respective in the ratio. All right. So let's assume that 8 rupees is invested in P and 9 rupees are invested in Q. On P, and this is year 2002, on P, what is the rate of interest in 2002? Red one, that is 6%, so 6%. And on Q, it is the blue one, that is 4%. So it is 4%. Oh, very clearly, whatever we want, the required ratio is equal to 6% of 8 is to 4% of 9, right? So I think it's very simple to see that it is 6 by 100 into 8 is to 4 by 100 into 9. All right. So 100 and 100 are cancelled clearly. 4 cancels 8 2 times. 3 cancels 6 2 times and 9 3 times. So 2 into 2 is 4. 4 is to 3. Perfect. So the required ratio is straight away 4 is to 3. Look at the options. Oh, so we have to be careful. 3 by 4 is also there. 4 by 3 is also there. We have to find in the order of P and Q. So answer is D option. 4 is to 3. That is the correct answer. All right. Now let's take up the next one. Now the next one, 23rd question, it says in 2000, a part of rupees 30 lakh was invested in company P and the rest was invested in company Q for 1 year. The total interest received was 2.43 lakhs. Perfect. What was the amount invested in company P? That was 2000. So 2000 on P the rate is 7.5 and Q the rate is 9. Alright. So what we can do here is, let's say on P it was X invested, on Q it was Y invested. So X plus Y is equal to 30 lakhs. All right, and the interest will be calculated as 7.5% on X, 7.5% of X plus on Y it will be 9, so it is 9% of Y, okay, and that is equal to 2.43 lakhs. All the values are in lakhs, so we are keeping them like that only. Okay, so what happens from here? We have 7.5 upon 100 X plus 9 upon 100 into Y is equal to 2.43. So let's multiply by 100. So it will become 7.5x plus 9y equal to 243. Okay, let's do one thing. Multiply the first equation by 9. If you multiply the first equation by 9, what will happen? You will get 9x plus 9y equal to 13 to 9 is 270. And the second equation is 7.5x plus 9y equal to 243. A simple subtraction will eliminate y. So minus, minus, minus. So 9y are cancelled. 9x minus 7.5x is 1.5x. That is equal to 270 minus 243 is 27. Perfect. So x is equal to 27 divided by 1.5. Remove decimal, you will get a 10 here. 5 cancels 10 2 times and 15 3 times. 3 cancels 27 9 times. So 9 into 2 is 18 lakhs. So on P it was 18 lakh that was invested, and on Q the remaining 30 minus 18, that is 12 lakh, was invested. Right? So look at the option. What is the question saying? What was the amount invested in company P? So company P was 18 lakh. That is option D. So it was more of a simple maths question or equation question. You could have also taken as x and 30 minus x, but that wouldn't reduce the process, right? Don't worry about it. This is a simple linear equation process. Even if you do this, it is going to take the same amount of time. Alright, now let's take up the next question. Now the next one, it says an investor invested a sum of rupees 12 lakh in a company P in 1998. The total amount received after 1 year was reinvested in the same company for 1 more year. So 98, then 99. The total appreciation received by investor on his investment was in appreciation only, right? Let's see. So 1998, if you invest in P, what will be the rate? Let's see, 1998, the P rate is 8%. So the interest earned will be straight away equal to 8% of 12 lakh. Now 12 rates are 96, so it is 0.96 lakh. And the amount will become 12 plus 0.96, that is 12.96 lakh. Now in 1999, the amount invested is 12.96 lakh rupees, and on that there is an interest. In 1999, the interest on P is 10%. So into 10%. So this will be interest earned. In this case, interest earned, see, the investment amount is 12.96 lakh now. So interest earned will be 1.296 lakh. Right? So earlier it was 0.96 lakh earned in the previous year, and the second year 1.296 lakh. So what is the total interest of 2 years? Total of 2 years interest will be equal to, add these two values, right? So it is 0.96 lakh, or let's say 0.96 lakh is actually equal to 96,000, right? 96,000 rupees, and 1.296 lakh will become 1,29,600 rupees. Okay, so add them carefully. It is 96,000 plus 1,29,600. 1,29,600. So if you add, it becomes 129 plus 96, 225. So 2,25,600. Right? So this is the answer of this question. If you look at the options, it is 2,25,600. C option is the correct answer. Let's take up the next question now. Now the next question, it says an investor invested rupees 5 lakh in company Q in 1996. After 1 year, the entire amount along with the interest was transferred as investment to company P in 1997 for 1 year. Alright, so let's say in 96, the investment was done in Q, right? And the amount was 5 lakhs. So first of all, what is the interest earned? Interest earned will be equal to, you have to be careful, Q 96. So 96, Q is the blue one, that is 6.5%. So it is equal to 6.5% of 5 lakh, right? So simplify this, it will be 6.5 upon 100 into 500,000. 500,000. Alright, so 2 zeros are cancelled. 0.65, so it is, if you multiply, it will be 65 into 5, that will be equal to, it is 30,000, 32,500, right? So 32,500 is the interest earned. So the final amount will be, the amount was 5 lakh and 32,500 was added. So 532,500. This is the total amount after the end of 1 year 96. Then in 1997, what happens? In 1997, this total amount, that is 5,32,500, is invested in P. In 1997, it is in P, and the amount invested is 5,32,500. Okay. And what is the interest rate in 1997 in P, that is red one? That is 9%. Alright. So we have to calculate, it will be, the interest will be 9% of 532,500, 5,32,500. So if you simplify, it is 9 by 100 into 5,32,500. So 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel. Multiply by 9 carefully. It will give us 45,000 and 9. So let's multiply 25 9 is 2 to 5. So 25 2 carry, Then 9 is 27 and 229, 2 carry 45, 47. So 47,925 rupees. Right? This is the interest earned in the second year. Now what is the question saying? What amount will be received from company P by the investor? Right? So what is invested? How much has he invested in P? This is the amount. 5,32,500 is invested. So amount received finally from P will be equal to 5,32,500 plus 47,925. Very carefully you have to add. It is 25 in the end. 5 plus 9 is 14. 1 carry forward, 7 and 1, 8 and 2, 10. Alright, 0, 1 carry forward, 4 and 1, 5 and 3, 8 and 5. So it is 5,80,425 rupees is the final amount received. Okay, look at the options. First, second option is the correct answer, 5,80,425. So this was also a calculation based question primarily. Okay, so some questions will be direct, some question obviously will have some calculation. All right, now let's take up the next set of questions. Now this next set of questions is again based on data sufficiency. If you remember, we have done it earlier also. Data sufficiency means you have to check whether the given set of information is sufficient to answer a given question or not. We may not be required to find the answer of the question, okay? But we just have to check whether the given information is sufficient or not. And always the definition is very important. Here, option A is defined as statement 1 alone is sufficient, but statement 2 alone is not sufficient. Alright. Option B is defined as statement 2 alone is sufficient, statement 1 alone not sufficient. Option C has to be marked only when either one of them is sufficient to answer the question, right? Either statement 1 or statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question, all right? And option D will be marked only when both statements 1 and 2 together and are not sufficient. Even if they're together, not sufficient. And option E will be marked when both together are sufficient to answer the question, all right? So now let's take up the questions on the basis of this. Now let's take up the first question. It says, what is the number? Now it's asking what is the number. That means the number value. So we must focus on getting a unique and a definite answer. That's very important in these questions. Unique and a definite answer. Now the question itself does not give us any information. Look at the statement 1. Statement 1 says the sum of two digits is 8. So this tells us that this is a two-digit number. So let's say xy. So sum of digits, that is x plus y, that is equal to 8. Then it says the ratio of the two digits is 1:3. Now here is a problem. We don't know whether it is x is to y or it is y is to x. Right? Which one is 1:3? The order is not mentioned. Alright. This is a difficult situation. So if I take 8 and divide in the ratio 1:3, I'll get 2 and 6. Or I'll also get 6 and 2, right? So this means the number is either 26 or 62. So there are two possible values from this one. Hence, this is not sufficient to answer the question because we must get a definite answer. All right. So not sufficient. Now let's take statement 2. What is the statement 2 saying? It's saying the product of the two digits of a number is 12. Again, I think if it's a two-digit number, then product of this x into y equal to 12. The quotient of the two digits is 3. Now again there is a trouble. Whether it is x upon y or y upon x, we can't say that. But the ratio, this is equal to 3. So from any one of them, we can see that it is, the combination is going to be 6, 2 or 2, 6 also. Okay. So we can get the number as 62 and 26. Still we are not able to find a definite answer. So second statement also is not sufficient. Now what does it tell us? It tells us, now even if you combine, you are going to get the same possibilities. So still you are going to get two possible answers, right? Remember, if the question was what are the possible numbers, then answer would be any one of them would be sufficient. But here it is, what is the number? That means you must get a unique answer. So even combination will not give a definite answer to this question. That means the statements are not sufficient even after combining together. All right. So according to the definitions of the options, I'm sure you must have noted down the definition. It is the D option that is the correct answer. Okay. It is the D option that is the correct answer. All right. Now let's take up the next one. Now in this question, it says, what is the two-digit number? Again, I think it's a similar question to the previous one, right? So here it is already mentioned that it is a two-digit number. So let's say xy. Now statement 1. What is the statement 1 saying? The difference between the two digits is 9. right? So we still don't know whether it is x minus y or y minus x. We don't know. It is equal to 9, right? So first statement alone is clearly not sufficient. Oh, once again, first statement is sufficient. I'm sorry. I'll tell you why. First statement is sufficient because the difference of 9 for 2 digits, it is possible only for 9 minus 0. There is no other possibility, right? 9 minus 0. If we cannot have a possibility with 8 or 7 or anything else. So there is only one possibility in which the difference of digits is 9. Perfect. So y minus x will not be considered. Only one possibility, that is 9 minus 0, and that is 9. 0 minus 9 will become minus 9. Okay, so it has to be 9 0. We can't take 0 9. See, if there is a 2-digit number, it can be 9 0. This is a valid 2-digit number. 0 9 is not a valid 2-digit number. It is a single-digit number. 0 in the beginning doesn't make any difference. Right. So statement 1 alone is sufficient to answer the question, and the answer is 90. Right. Now let's take statement 2 alone. What is the statement 2 saying? The sum of the digits is equal to the difference between the 2 digits. Right. So if I take the 2-digit number xy, the sum of digits, that is x plus y, is equal to the difference between the 2 digits, that is x minus y. So this means y and y are cancelled. Right. This means y and y. This means x and x are cancelled. X and x are cancelled, and we have 2y equal to 0. So that is y equal to 0. So this only tells us that y is equal to 0. It does not tell us anything about x. So second statement alone is not sufficient. Second alone not sufficient. Please understand this, right? So what does it mean? First alone is sufficient, second alone is not sufficient. So no need to combining them, right? And the answer would be, if you remember the definition, if statement 1 alone is sufficient, statement 2 is not sufficient, then answer would be A. So answer of this question is A option, right? Only statement 1 is sufficient to answer the question. This was a very tricky question because this information, difference between the digits is 9, was alone sufficient to answer the question. See, understand, if the difference was 8, I'm just giving you one example. If difference is equal to 8, then there will be two possibilities, 9 minus 1 and 8 minus 0. Both give us 8. Okay, then there can be multiple situations. Here the answer will not be able to find only with one statement. We'll need more information also. But because here the difference is 9, there is only one case, 9 and 0. 0 cannot come at the first place. So 9 0 is the only possible answer from there. So option A must be the correct answer for this question. Okay, now let's take up the next one. Now this question says, what is the 2-digit number whose first digit is A? Now see, here is mentioned first digit and second digit. Right? Please see that first digit, second digit, they are mentioned. So it is AB. It's a 2-digit number. The number is greater than 9. What is the whose first digit is A and the number is greater than 9. All this information is given in the greater than 9 is not required, because if it is a 2-digit number, it has to be greater than 10. So it has to be greater than 9. So this information is not required. Now let's look at the first statement. Statement 1 says the number is multiple of 51. Now what are the multiples of 51? Multiples of 51 are 51, 102, 153. Oh, we don't need to go ahead because except 51, all the multiples of 51 are going to be 3-digit numbers or more, 3-digit or more. That means there is only one number which is a 2-digit number, and that is 51. So answer will be 51. So this is a unique answer, right? That means A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 1. We get a definite answer. That means statement alone is sufficient. Statement alone is sufficient because there is no other multiple of 51 which is of 2 digits. Alright. So clearly statement 1 alone is sufficient. Now let's take the second statement alone. Does this give us a definite answer? The sum of the digits of A and B is 6. Alright. So we have a 2-digit number AB and sum of digits A plus B is equal to 6. Now there are many possibilities here. Why? Because A plus B 6 would mean 1 plus 5, 2 plus 4, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 5 plus 1. So there are multiple possibilities here. Even if one of them is 51, but there are many other valid possibilities. So second statement alone does not give us a definite answer. So it is not sufficient. Right? So here again, first statement alone is sufficient. Second statement alone is not sufficient. And because we already have got the answer from first statement, we don't need to combine. So our answer will be, if you remember, first statement alone sufficient, second not. That means option A will be the correct answer. Option A will be the correct answer. Alright, now let's take up the next one. Now this 29th question, this is a very interesting one. It says, what is the value of x? So we need to get a unique value of x, right? Now first statement says the square of x. x square is 36. Now this is the trouble, because if x square is 36, x can be either 6 or minus 6 also. So first statement is not sufficient because it does not give us a unique answer. Let's take the second statement. Second statement says x into x minus 6 equal to 0. It's a quadratic expression already factorized. So x will be either equal to 0 or 6. This also is not sufficient because this gives us two values, right? This gives us two values, right? So here neither first statement is sufficient nor second statement is sufficient. Now let's combine these two statements together. What will happen? If I combine, then the common solution, if you combine, then the common solution is equal to x equal to 6, right? And this is a unique solution. So on combination, we get a unique solution, right? So combining gives us answer, right? So if you look at, if you remember the options, which option was it? To combine, if both the statements are necessary to answer the question, then it will be option E is the correct answer, right? You have to remember the definitions correctly. You can go back in the video and check how were the options defined. So it is option E that is the correct answer in this question. All right. Now here, just to add, if the question said, had the question was, let's say, what is the positive value of x? If this was the question for the same statement, then statement 1 that will give us x square equal to 36, that means x equal to minus 6 and 6. So clearly minus 6 will be discarded and one unique answer. So statement 1 sufficient, right? Statement 2, what will happen with statement 2? It says x into x minus 6 equal to 0. So that means x equal to 0 and 6. 0 is not positive, not negative. So 0 is discarded. So 6 is the only value. So second alone also is sufficient, right? In that case, we don't need to combine. Both statements alone would be the correct answer if the question was positive value of x. And then answer would be option C, because either one of them individually alone sufficient would have been the answer. Okay, so you have to be a little careful here. What exactly is the question asking? Okay, now let's take up the next one. Now this question is based on the concept of log. It says log of a by b plus log of b by a equal to log of a plus b, right? Now the plus sign would mean the numbers will get multiplied. So we straight away have log of a by b into b by a, okay, is equal to log of a plus b. All right. Now b and b cancel, a and a cancel. So it is log 1. So it is log 1 equal to log a plus b. Okay, so very clearly, if you simply see log inside number is 1, log inside number is a plus b, so clearly 1 is equal to a plus b, right? So answer of this question is a plus b equal to 1, that is first option. Okay, as a simple log question, the rule that we applied, log x to the base b plus log y to the base b is equal to log of x into y to the base b. Condition is base should be the same. Right? Now here base was not given. So when the base is not given, we assume that all of them have the same base, that is 10. Right? When the base is not given, we can assume that the bases are 10 everywhere. All right. Now let's take up the next one. Now this again is a question based on log concept. This question I think we have done earlier in our theory lectures also. Let's see. It says simplification 1 by log 60 to the base 3 plus 1 by log 60 to the base 4 plus 1 by log 60 to the base 5. There is one rule of log that we have done, that is log of a to the base b equal to 1 by log of b to the base a. Just remember that. Okay. So here, when this log 60 to the base 3 goes to numerator, it becomes log of 3 to the base 60. Right? When the log expression goes from numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator, the number and the base interchange. Right? So second one will become log of 4 to the base 60. Third one will become log of 5 to the base 60. Right? This one was not b, it was 5. Okay. So it is a log of 5 to the base 60. Now all of them have base 60 and they have plus sign. So that means the numbers will get multiplied. So they'll become one single log with base 60 and the numbers inside will directly get multiplied. So 3 into 4 into 5. Now 3 4s are 12 into 5 60. So it is log of 60 to the base 60. Now log of any number to its own base is 1. So the answer of this question is B option 1. Alright, so I think this is where we have completed the exercise MT34. If you have any problem, you can always get back to us. Thank you so much. God bless you. Take care.